Family, it's Kim Love Jones here, certified relationship coach. I am so excited to get back on here tonight. One of the things that I did, or this afternoon, I should say, one of the things that I did on yesterday was I started talking about dating an emotionally unavailable person, what that actually looks like. And unfortunately, I had to go. I was really busy yesterday and I just got on for a little while. But now I wanted to jump on again today and I wanted to be able to have this conversation with y'all on today because I really think that it is extremely important that we understand even what emotionally unavailable is looking like for us, right? What exactly does that look like when you're dating a person that is emotionally unavailable? So I wanted to talk about that because I think that it is vitally important. Let me share out this live. I am streaming on a few platforms right now. So that's all I'm going to say. I am making it happen. I am over here sharing out. I am over here sharing out the live and doing what I got to do. Hey, forever. I see you, my love. I am here. Hey, baby. I see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, I am so excited because I haven't streamed to my YT page in a while. And so today I said, let me fix that while I go live today because I really got to make sure that I'm on my YT and doing what it is that I'm supposed to be doing. Let me, oh God, I don't even have, okay. I got a couple of devices going on here, but I left my other one in my pocketbook in my room. So there's nothing I could do about that. But today I just wanted to jump on for a little while and I want to talk about it because I never got a chance to finish last night what I had started because the conversation was just flowing. It was absolutely amazing. And for all of y'all that are new to my page who do not know me, my name is Kim Love Jones. I'm a certified relationship coach and I help men and women heal so that they can get to the life that they deserve and desire. And so, hey, Sher, I see you, baby. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, I'm not going to be on too long today, but I wanted to go live. I definitely wanted to kind of dig into this again today. Sure, I see you with the stickers. The email is coming out. Look for the email for the class is starting tomorrow. Before maybe like 5:30 this evening, you should get it. Hey, sweet Monet, I see you, baby. How are you? How are you? How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad that y'all are back here with me. Yes, 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 yes. So I wanted to go through what we were talking about because the reality is that I never really got to the talking points, right? I never did. And for those of you who have heard my story, please be kind. Please be kind. You blessed and well, yes, thank you, thank you. I know you are, baby, because you here. I know you are. I know you are, right? And so I wanted to get on to be able to have this conversation because I think that it's so important. So if you heard me tell this short little blurb, be patient with me, be kind, because I'm gonna say it again. I was always dealing and meeting men who were emotionally unavailable. I was in my flow of things in my own personal life. But what had happened to me was I had been hurt so many times by different men, right? Just dating, couldn't figure out why it was that every time I would go out on a date with somebody or every time I would get into these, amazing and beautiful conversations, because let me just be clear, dating does not mean smacks. Dating does not mean that. Okay? Like I want to be clear. It don't mean that, right? Because I think we get a little twisted and we be believing that that's what it is. But sometimes you could just be in a good conversation. You could really be feeling somebody. You really want to go out with them. You want to get to know them. You go out on a date. You're having a good time. You're eating dinner. Everything seems wonderful. And after the second or third date, things would kind of like not be uneasy. I didn't get it then. I did not get it. Thank you for the heart pump, sweet Monet. Thank you, baby, for the gifts. I appreciate you, my love. Thank you. So the idea is that I didn't get it. part of being meeting and being with people who are emotionally unavailable is that those same people can they can feel your energy. So what I was doing was, and I'm being honest because I got to tell my truth, I was meeting people and wanting to be in a relationship, but me myself, I was the one that was emotionally unavailable. I was the one, right? And so what I wasn't counting on, hey Tanya, I see you, baby. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am trying to do multiple streams at one time, but I was the one who was emotionally, thank you for the daily heart, me, Tanya. Thank you, baby. I was the one that was emotionally unavailable. And I'm only, if y'all heard this story before, just bear with me, be kind, because there's other people who have not heard this story before. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I noticed that the conversation was kind of going downhill. It wasn't devolving to the point that that they were unkind or anything like that. It was just that the interest was dwindling, right? And I didn't realize that part of the reason why I had gone through, why I kept meeting people that were emotionally unavailable was because I myself was emotionally unavailable. I didn't consider that, right? And so the problem then becomes, because I had to ask myself, why does this keep happening to me? And then you know how you could be dating somebody and just seeing them and you like them and they like you and everything seems good. I didn't realize that I was withholding parts of myself. Hi, Peaches. I see you, baby. How are you, my love? I see you. I didn't realize that it was me who was withholding parts of myself from them and that they can feel the energy that I was exuding, right? And what that means is I want to share with you all today what that actually looks like. Because it's one thing to say emotional unavailability. It's one thing to just say that, make that as a statement. But what does a person who is emotionally unavailable look like? What does that look like? That's a tongue twister, y'all. I'm trying to talk and I'm talking fast. That's a tongue twister, right? I'm like, wait. Okay, so I know you doing well, baby. This is a great discussion. Thank you so much for saying that. So what was really happening was I would get into a relationship. I would have these conversations. I would watch other people open up to me, and then I wouldn't open up to them, right? There were some things that I was withholding that I didn't realize that they can feel my energy around. Like you can tell when a person allows themselves to be vulnerable or when you talk about the lessons that you learned about yourself. My feelings, oh, thank you, Peaches. Thank you, baby. I appreciate you. My feelings and my emotions were stealth. I was like one of those jets. I was flying in the air, but I wasn't going to allow anybody. Hey, Julie, I see you, my love. I see you. I see you. Welcome. And I wasn't going to let anybody know how I was really feeling. I wasn't going to let anybody really come into my life. And so I say this story, I tell this story because we're quick to talk about as women. Y'all, thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the gifts. We're quick to talk about as women how these men are emotionally unavailable. I'm telling you, I was the captain of the team. Right. And I'm telling the truth because it doesn't make no sense for me to sit up here and talk about how you can identify a person who is emotionally unavailable without telling you that I was the captain of the team, of my team. I was rocking and rolling and doing those same things and expecting people to overcome and to climb the moat, to climb the walls of the castle, to scale the walls of the castle, to come over the moat filled with alligators to get to me in order to make me want to open up and show them who I really was. I wasn't being honest. And what you call that is a person who's being disingenuous because while you're asking somebody to love you, while you want somebody to love you, while you want to have a great relationship, y'all get what I'm saying? Okay, I got a flash goal, y'all. Y'all help me out. 8 gifters to send the friendship necklace in 15 minutes. Yes, the friendship necklace in 15 minutes. Can y'all bless me? Hey, Mr. Rogers, I see you. I see you. I see you. I need 8 gifters to send a friendship necklace. Yes. So, one of the things that literally was a problem for me and I didn't get it initially. Thank you so much. Y'all are so dope. Y'all are amazing. Thank you so much. But one of the things that did not I'm telling you, it did not occur to me that it was me being the one who was afraid to be vulnerable. It was me. It wasn't always the other person. But here I go again. Let me just tell y'all that water seeks its own level. I've said this over and over and over again. The way that you show up in relationships, expect to get that back. You're not going to get what you're not giving. You're not. You can want somebody to love you, but you got to love you first. You can want to bring peace into your life, but you have to create the peace first. It doesn't work any other way. And so while I'm out here saying, oh, I really want to be in a relationship, I want somebody to love me, I want to love somebody, I got all this love to give, in order for them to get to the point where I was really willing to be open, to be vulnerable, and allow myself to be transparent was when I changed, because it wasn't happening for me, and I couldn't figure it out for all the tea in China. And so welcome, 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 my FB family, my YT family. Welcome. I see you watching. Say hello, say hello. The reason why this is really extremely important is because we cannot get to the very things that we want unless and in fact we're willing to go the extra mile, willing to do the things that we require of other people, right? I remember this time I was talking to this guy who lived in California. He's from New York. He moved to California, good friends with his mother. And we were just really, really good friends. And he was like, Kim, why don't you move to Cali? And I said, I'm not going to uproot my son and move to Cali. And then he goes to me, well, you want me to come back to New York? Like, I got a great job. Like, I'm out here doing my thing. Like, and I was asking him to do what I was unwilling to do, without me saying a word. Right? But that's what we do. I'm trying to be myself, but some women don't like that. Hey, Mr. Rogers, I see you, baby. But some women don't like that. They want me to be somebody else. And then they're not the women for you. They're not the woman for you. Can I tell you they're not? Because anybody who loves you and wants to be in a relationship with you, Mr. Rogers, hear me when I tell you, they love you out loud and they love you for who you are, not who they want you to be, but for who you actually are. Hey, Coach Kendra, I see you, baby. How are you? You cannot live in compromise. No, you cannot. It defies who you are. So if you're living, and this is real talk, if you're trying to compromise and settle, you're not going to be happy. You need to find your happy place and space. And I'm basically saying this to single people. Married people, I would give a different set of advice to in regards to that. I need to be clear. Right? Because sometimes it is not when you're married, especially when you're married. No, only when you're married. Let me be clear. Let me just say it like that. But let me be honest with you. Marriage is a whole different ball game. I'm talking about when you're dating and you're just meeting someone, and now you find yourself compromising yourself, just to, contorting yourself to be in a relationship with them. No, baby, that's not what we're doing. That is not what we're doing. We're not doing that. I'm sorry. What we want to do is we want to meet somebody, and this is for you, Mr. Rogers, specifically. You want to meet somebody who understands who you are, not the fake you, not the in the beginning you, not the, the person. No, they need to understand who you are. I need one more person to give me a friendship necklace. One more person. Thank you so much, Coach Kendra, for the friendship necklace. I appreciate you. Yes, hey, Georgette, I see you, baby. How are you? I see you. That's my FB family over there doing what them do. Thank you, baby. I see you. But, because what you do is you end up compromising. Hey, Peace, thank you for joining the team. Thank you. What we end up doing is we end up compromising ourselves to death, and we're not doing that. We don't even want to do that in the confines of our marriage. Can I be honest with you? That's why it always requires a sit down and a lot of forgiveness. Thank you. I achieved my goal. Thank you, y'all. I appreciate y'all so much. I appreciate y'all so much. We are always compromising ourselves absolutely to death. Like, no, it's time to go back, sit down, have a sit down, call it to the table. Listen, I want this relationship to work. I'm hurting, or this happened, or that happened, and I feel like I'm being taken for granted. I feel like things are not working. I feel like we're not communicating enough. I feel like whatever it is, fill in the blank. But it requires a level of honesty and transparency, and sometimes there are tears. Sometimes there's a lot of letting go of hurt feelings and beginning again when you're married, because it's a whole different ball game when you're married. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole different ball game. Yes. And so what we have to do, if I could be honest with you, is we have to, oh, Georgette, listen, I'm catching it. Like everybody feels the same way. They are like, Kim, I need to hear this. But you have to be honest about who you are, what you want, and what you need. Married, bring it back to the table if you want your relationship to work. If you don't want it to work and you're done, you're like super done, then that's between you, God, and your husband or your wife, right? But when you're dating, stop contorting yourself into pretzels to make people like you. And that's for men and for women, right? Men always got their hand in their pocket and they trying to buy women and make women feel safe. That's not what makes women feel safe. If I could be honest with you, like that is a fallacy. And a lot of women are so jaded that they keep saying, and I'm being honest, like, oh, he got to make this and he got to do that. Listen, what you need, and I'm not saying that a man does not take care of a woman. You are the leader. You are the head of the household. Yes, you should. What I am saying, however, is I'm saying this. Listen to me. If they don't make space to have a conversation with you, if they don't sit with you and talk with you when things are rough in your life or in both of your lives or in their life, if they don't open up, if they don't allow themselves to be vulnerable, that's a red flag. That is, hey, Hector, I see you, baby. I love you. I love you, Hector. You already know. You already know, boo. But here's my point. You can act like, if you want to, and I really mean this, you can really act like everything is fine if you want to, and silently and slowly you are unaliving yourself mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. Maybe not physically, right? But there is a slow, painful unaliving, if you will, because I can't say the word in these streets, right? And if that's what you're allowing to happen, then you are dishonoring yourself. And enough is enough, right? So let me go in further, because one of the things that I didn't do last night was go and get my points. Hey, Susie D, thank you for joining my team. I appreciate you, my love. Thank you, thank you. Right? I'm declining that. Somebody want to battle? I ain't battling. Listen. It is, oh gosh, they coming at me hard today. Wait a minute, that's somebody else. Wait a minute, they doing too much. I can't battle today, y'all. So my point in saying all that I'm saying, and I want to get to this emotionally unavailable business. What are the signs that you're dealing with somebody who is emotionally unavailable? I talked about myself because I was emotionally unavailable and I was in protect mode. Thank you for reaching level 5. You better get it, Susie. Thank you, baby. I appreciate you. What's the deal? What is going on? Like, what was happening? I was protecting myself. I was protecting myself because all I had ever experienced in my life was hurt and pain. But I didn't realize that I was spewing that everywhere I went. I didn't realize that my energy needed to shift, that I needed to change my mind if I was going to be successful and have a healthy relationship, period. Like it doesn't mean, and hey, Nicole, I see you, baby. Georgette says, you are so right. Women just need the time and the companionship and not material things in this day and age. Most single women stand on their own. Yes, that is absolutely correct. And the issue is that we need companionship, We also need compassion. And here's the thing, y'all. We have to also create the space to allow somebody to show up and be there for us. Can I be honest? Hey, D, I see you, baby. I see you, my love. We also have to create the space for that. Thank you for the follow, Vance. I see you, baby. Thank you for the follow. We also have to create the space to allow somebody to come in, because if we don't, what exactly is it that we're doing? I just, okay. So somebody, if somebody's going to be in your life, they literally have to scale the outer perimeter, swim across the moat, scale the castle walls, or break in to the door that you got with a, one of them things. Like, how does a person get in and love on you if you're afraid to let someone in? That is not productive. It is counterproductive to what you say you want. The only way that I was able to get to the position and the place that I am in right now is because I had to take the time to heal. I had to ask myself some hard questions. But let me give you the signs, because I lived it, because this was me. My hand is raised over here. I was the culprit in my own story. And I'm just telling the truth, because too many times we blame it on the other person and we don't understand the role that we play in our own lives. We don't always understand that. Yes, expecting them to break down the walls. Absolutely. Because of our past pains, because of what we think about ourselves, because of the things that we do. And we don't even realize that it's a problem. But we've grown up in dysfunction and we've learned how to survive this way. This is how we survive, y'all. This is how we've always survived all of these years. And it's by holding on to the pain so we don't let anybody else come in that's going to hurt us again. We're afraid. Like, listen, we're scared to get our feelings hurt again. We're scared to let our hearts heart and do the things that they're supposed to do. We're afraid to love genuinely. And we may say we want it, but are we acting in accordance with what we say we want? And 9 out of 10 times, that be the problem, y'all, in our relationships. We be expecting other people to give us what we won't even give ourselves. Georgette says, and the very minute they didn't show up, and when you being single so long, the walk away game is quick. We are comfortable being alone. So a man has to string and consistently is the most important key in my life anyway. Please help me, Kim. I'm with you, baby. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm trying to do what I can, because I promise you, hey, chapter of peace, I see you flying in here. The reason why this is so extremely important is because we will blame everybody else. And time is out for that. Listen here. Your healing is tied to you taking responsibility for what your life has been like. There are other things that are common denominators for you to begin your journey on healing. But the minute you start owning who you are and what you do and what you did is the day that you begin to take your power back. And this is what this is all about. I don't care if you male or female. It doesn't matter. I am open to helping everybody. But I need you to understand that your power comes. All right, y'all helping me reach my goal. Thank you. That your power is in you taking responsibility. Your power is in you no longer crying victim. That's where your power is. Thank y'all. I'm 50% halfway to my goal, y'all. Let's get it, right? Listen to me. The day we stop blaming and start accepting who we are, what we did, and what we do is the day that things begin to work out in our favor. I promise y'all, I'm not making it up. I'm not. I don't have to. I live it. I had to come to terms with how I was showing up in relationships. And you think people can't feel your energy, but they can. All right, I met my live goal. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all are so dope. Y'all are dope. Thank you. Look, Jess said I came in at the right time. Yes, you did, sugar. Hey, Jess, I see you, my love. I see you, baby. Yes, y'all are so dope and so amazing. I appreciate y'all so much. I'm gonna set a new goal. But the idea behind all of this is owning and taking responsibility for who you are and what's going on in your life. And can I nobody held a pew pew to your head and said, no, 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 you gotta accept me. No, you let them jokers in. You let them in and you knew what condition your heart was in, whether you were consciously aware of that or not. Can I be honest? And I'm not trying to be funny. You may not have recognized it in the immediate, but I'm telling you right now, we too time is out for playing games. Let's recognize what it is. Let's recognize what it is. We don't have time to play anymore. We getting up there. I'm a seasoned woman now, y'all. I may not be acting like all the time like I'm seasoned, but that's the truth. I'm seasoned. And I'm telling y'all the absolute gospel truth. I do not have time to be playing any games out here in these good little streets, right? So let's get to it, because last night I couldn't get to it, and I want to go through how do you know you mess and you dating and you talking to somebody who is emotionally unavailable. Let's get to that. Okay. So one of the first things is, and I went over this last night, I'm gonna go over it again. If you were here last night, please be kind. Please be kind and hear me. Good afternoon. Hey, Reese, I see you, my love. How are you, baby? I see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Here's the first thing. The first thing is they avoid emotional intimacy. Oh, be strong was what you was trying to say, Georgette. Okay. Georgette says, I never said I like being alone, just comfortable, because I used to take care of myself. I'm used to taking care of myself. I meant to say he has to be strong and consistent. Amen. My apologies. Yes. No, no, no. Don't worry. Don't worry, baby. I couldn't catch it. Thank you. Thank you, Reese, for the daily heart me. I appreciate you, my love. So this is what I want to say. People who avoid emotional intimacy, what they'll do is they'll laugh with you, they'll joke with you, they'll go out to dinner with you, they'll have a good time, they'll even sleep with you, but they won't tell you how they feel. They won't tell you what their fears are. They won't tell you really what their future is. They'll be very vague. They will not let you in. They won't tell you what's really going on with their children. They'll try to paint a picture that everything is good. What they're doing is they're wearing the weight of the world on their shoulders. And even if somebody came into your life and wanted to help you and relieve you of that, the fact that you are not saying what's really going on is deceptive, right? That's the least. But your silence when you're trying to create a wonderful, healthy relationship is violence. When you don't speak your truth, when you're withholding things from your potential partner, when you're not open and transparent about how you feel about a thing or the things that have happened in your life, when you present yourself as if you don't have a care in the world and everything in your life is Gucci and you know it's not, you think people can't feel your energy, but let me just tell you they can. And the reason why I know they can is because I presented myself just like that, and I wouldn't let anybody really into my heart space. And so you can only fake the funk, but for so long. I'll tell you this, and this is real talk. I've had my heart broken by a lot of my friends, right? And I'm saying this to y'all because I think that this is really important. I'm not even talking about, okay, well, one person was a romantic interest, but they didn't trust me. They were going through a really rough time in their lives. And they told me later, like 2 years later, right? Because we continue to be friends and we continue to talk. But I knew something was wrong, but I didn't quite know what it was. But I knew that, and this is real talk, that there was a holdup in them moving forward. And I didn't understand. And what happened was, even when I found out 2 years later what was going on with them, my heart was broken that they didn't trust me enough to hold that information. That they didn't trust that I would look at them the same way, that I can love them past whatever it is that they were going through. I need for y'all to hear me. They went in stealth mode on me because they were going through something that they didn't think I had the capacity for them to hold on to. And it broke my heart when I sat back and I thought about it, because my immediate response was, you didn't have to go through that alone. That was my immediate response. You could have told me. I would have been there for you. We could have figured something out together. I could have been a part of helping you to get, whatever it is that you need, to put you in touch with the people I needed, to put you in touch with my Rolodex of people. But the fact that you didn't tell me, when I sat back and I thought about it, and I know it was deeply personal, and I know that it was hurting them to be in that position. But all the while I was thinking, like, what's wrong? What's the problem? Like, we don't have issues. Like, we open, we honest, we talk to each other, but there was something holding them back, and I could feel it in my spirit. But the fact that they did not trust me, I need y'all to come with me and follow me with this. It broke my heart when I thought about the fact that everything that we had been through, the loss of my mother, you being there when I was breaking down and crying, we have been on the rough side of the mountain as far as I'm concerned, and all the things that I have gone through. And you mean to tell me you couldn't trust me with that? You thought I was going to see you through a different lens? You thought I was going to look down on you? No. I know you strong, but you didn't have to go through that as by yourself. The same way you didn't let me go through losing my mother, dealing with all of the family issues, dealing with all of the hurt and the pain that I was dealing with by myself. What made you think? And see, people don't understand that when you show up and you avoid emotional intimacy, you literally are hurting and creating violence in the relationship that doesn't have to be violent. Be open, be honest, and trust that the person that you've been spending time with, that you profess to love, that you care about, that you show up for, would show up for you. But we do that because we don't believe that people have the capacity to love us past our pain. And so when you do that and you're not showing up authentically and fully in the relationship, you're causing a problem where there does not need to be one. Hey, he said, I see you. Hey, Rob, I see you. How are you? I see y'all coming up in here today on a good little Saturday afternoon. Hello, somebody. Right? Because I love you. And if I love you, we're going to go through the fire and the storms and the rain together. And if you don't trust me, if you understand how that makes me feel as a woman, as a friend, you understand what I'm saying? Oh, I wish I had just one person in my life like that. Oh, Georgette, I'm sorry that you don't. Because my friends have my back. But there are some things that they go through alone, and I'm like, wait, what did you do? Wait, what happened? Wait, why didn't you tell me that? One of my girlfriends was going through craziness with her husband, knew I was a whole relationship coach. And you know what she said to me at the point where they was on their way to filing for divorce? I had no idea. I was hurt, but I understood. She said, and your question would have been, Kim, why are you still there? That's what you would have said. So I didn't want to tell anybody until I was done. Until I filed the divorce papers, all of the stuff that I had to go through with that. That's what they said to me. And I was hurt because I said, sis, you went through that alone. Now, what I'm saying is that when you got good people in your life, you don't have to go through things alone. It hurt my feelings as a friend because we've been friends for 40 years. What do you mean you went through all of that? She said, I didn't want to say anything. I don't want to say anything to anybody, because it would have made me look crazy to put up with all that I put up with, and I was still there, so I hid it. But see, people don't understand that you make, inadvertently, quietly, you make people feel a particular way. The people who would ride with you and go through whatever it is that you needed, be there to support you through everything. And there are people who love you that much. You understand? So one of the things that I want you to wrap your head around when it comes down to emotionally unavailable people is that generally, and this is not every single time, but mostly, they will do all the things with you. This is my first point. They will do all the things with you. I mean, all the things: dinner, lunch, sleep with you, like smecks or whatever, right? Do all the things, right? But they won't let you in to the things that matter most. And you got to understand that, oh, hey, Sister Martha, I love you. I called you. I don't know what was going on with your phone, but I called you, Sister Martha. I love you. I just had a conversation about this morning. She said I didn't want to project my energy. Yeah, because some people believe that. But I'm a whole relationship coach. I got the capacity. And I especially got the capacity for my friends. I got the capacity for people I don't know. I was so hurt by that. I was so hurt. Hector says, for anyone here going through the need of self-reflection but don't know where to start, let me tell you that Kim's learning how to love class was a huge help with me, helping getting you started. Her classes are filled with wisdom, workbook, you name it. If you really want to work on yourself, I recommend classes. I'm not the same that I was. Hector, I love you. I love you so much. Oh my God. Hector, thank you for saying that. You're so dope. I put some money in the mail for you, Hector. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just I love you. Thank you. I see you for the follow, but never show up when they are needed. I am streaming on 3 different platforms right now, y'all. I'm trying to get it. Okay, but never show up when they are needed. Okay, I don't know what that was for, said he said. I see you, baby. I see you. Right? I'm over here trying to get it, y'all. Listen, Hector, you already know I love you, baby. You already know. My main man, 50 grand over here. But the reason why I say what I say, and I mean this, is because you can believe that you are having the most wonderful time with somebody and you're on your way to building something. Let me tell you, if they will not allow themselves to be vulnerable or tell you something that's meaningful about their life, listen, you're doing too much. Don't get caught up in your mind and let your heart run away. Don't let your mind run away. Don't start fantasizing about what could be, because they're protecting themselves and they're really truly not ready for a relationship. I can tell you because I wasn't. Right? And I'm not saying everybody. This is only one step. Let me get to the next one. Because I'm going to tell you, when people are not emotionally available, it's a trip. Because everything seems great, but they won't let you into the soft, the quiet, the little places, right? To the what places? To the secret places. They won't let you in. They won't even eke out a word of what's really going on in their life. But I attended Kim's class and only you know what you play too. Rob, you are a mess. Rob, you are a mess. You are hilarious, Rob. Oh my God, you are hilarious. Okay, here's the other clue about emotionally unavailable people. Hey, Kimberly, I see you, baby. How are you, my love? Thank you for the daily heart me. Thank you. They're hot and then they're cold. When you deal with a person who is hot and then cold, like 1 minute they're on fire for the relationship and they want to see the relationship moving and shaking. But the minute you start to get close to them and they start to get any real feelings, what they do sometimes is they disappear because it's too much for them, because they're afraid. And they don't want to be responsible. I'm being honest. These are the steps to understanding, like, if you are dealing with somebody who is emotionally unavailable, because I was that person. I'm just trying to tell you, right? They stopped making phone calls. They stopped texting. And I'm not talking about that a person, they not texting like you start doing all the texting, because they not doing nothing. They like, you do all the work. And then there's days when they hot and they on fire and they texting you, hey babe, what's up? How are you? I haven't talked to you in a few days. What's going on? And then their excuse or their rhyme or their reason is they was busy. They wasn't busy. They're afraid. Because if they keep going, if they go any further in the relationship, they're afraid that they're going to be letting you in. So I have to keep myself kind of separate and apart. Y'all, we are at 18,000. We at 18, y'all. Okay, I'm doing my dance. Y'all know I got to do my dance. I get 18,000 likes. Look, I am over here doing my little dance. Y'all know how silly I am. Yes, thank you for the follow. Wait a minute. Sherry, I can't really see this good. I'm now married for 35 years. I love that for you, sis. Yes, the real JT. Thank you for the follow, baby. I see you. Thank you for the heart, Cindy. I see you, baby. Y'all are just tapping it out. Y'all are tapping it out. Thank you so much. We almost at 20K, y'all. We're almost at 20K likes, right? And with a person like that, they will always keep you guessing. With a person that runs hot sometimes and then runs cold, and then they have an excuse for why they haven't been around, or they say, I've just been busy. Oh my God, I've been working, I've been doing this, I've been doing that. No, they're afraid. And here's my advice, and I promise you, that's why I had a dog. If you are scared, just go get a dog. Just go get a dog. Your son keeps meeting emotionally unavailable people. It breaks your heart. I understand that. I completely understand that. That's crazy. But we don't know what we don't know. So these are the steps. Like, tell your son to watch the rest of his live. Like, seriously. Because I'm talking about it because I lived it. I was the person who was emotionally unavailable, and I kept meeting people who were emotionally unavailable. And I couldn't figure out for all the tea in China why. And I was stuck. And I would meet these amazing and wonderful men, and I'd be like, okay, I like him. Okay. I'd be like, oh, they so cute. They cute, and and they treat me nice. Oh, okay. And then after like the third or the fourth date, I would stop calling. I was the person who was sometimes hot and sometimes cold. And I couldn't figure out, like, what's the problem? Because, Kim, your thermometer is all over the places. Like, get your head right so you can get to the love that you deserve and desire. So I had to rewire my thoughts. I had to change my mindset. Kim, how you say, you know what? Rob, you a mess. Listen, I have no idea. Y'all know. I don't know. It's in the genes, I guess. And my mama genes. Passed down from generation to generation. I don't know. But I really wasn't considering myself at the time ghosting people. Because I wasn't. I might have been genuinely busy, but I was also very afraid. I was afraid to put my heart out there. I was afraid to. Georgette, oh my God, you are on fire. Correct. Right? It was like a roller coaster ride that I was going on every time I went out on a date with somebody because, and I was thinking it was them, but it wasn't. It was me. Right? This is like, I got it as number 3, but this is probably like the number 1. I always downplayed my emotions. So guys would call me up like 2 or 3 years later, right? And they would be like, hey, Kim, what's up? Because I ain't changed my phone number like, I don't know how many years. And they would call me, Kim, what's up? Or they would hit me up on the inbox. And they would be like, Kim, what you doing? What's going on? And I'm like, nothing, I'm good. How are you? And we would talk and how the kids and whatever. Oh, my son, I got a grandson now. I'm like, wow, whatever, that kind of thing. And they would always say to me some variation of, Kim, like, what happened between us? Like, why, And I'll say nothing. I really liked you. And they would say to me, no, you did. And I'll say, no, I really did. I really liked you. And they were like, really? And I said, yeah. And they was like, no, but you never showed me that you even liked me. And I say, yeah, because I be kind of stealth with my feelings and with my emotions. I don't show people stuff. I don't get excited. I just sit back and wait in the cut to see what you're going to do. So my question I always ask people is, what came first, the chicken or the egg? Because I'm steady waiting for somebody to show me something, but I'm not showing anybody anything. So I always downplayed my emotions. Like, I never let anybody know the hand that I was playing. I kept it right here close to the vest. Because if I let you know that I like you, you're going to hurt me. That's where I was in my head at the time. And a lot of people don't even realize that playing your cards close to the vest like that is what pushes people away because they feel your energy. Can we talk about it? You think they can't see? You think they blind? They see you not. Thank you, Reese. Thank you for the finger hearts, baby. I appreciate you. Right? You said what came first is the potato salad. So silly, Rob. Rob, you're so silly. Right? I dated an emotionally unavailable man. Thank you. Right? Because they when a person, like, you could see stuff in their actions that would let you know that they like you, but because we was just dating, and like, if I had to do 9 out of 10, they didn't even know where I lived at, but we would still see each other, because I'm a single woman. I gotta protect myself and my childrens. You couldn't come up in here when my childrens was small. you know we didn't do that. We wasn't doing that. If it wasn't a serious situation, you wasn't going to be around my childrens, right? So the reason why this is important is, okay, Shirley, I see you, baby, and thank you for the follow. I see you, my love. I see you. Right? Hey, not my man. Not my man is in the building, y'all. Oh my God, because you're not my man. I love that. I swear I gotta tease you every single time you come in the room. I always gotta act up, right? So, but the idea was, if I would keep my feelings, thank you so much for the daily heart, me. I appreciate you. If I would keep my feelings under wraps, and you never knew then how much I really liked you, then you had no power. I held all the cards. So we're gonna see how this thing play out. Because I want to see what you're going to do and how you're going to do it. And I'm not sharing with you anything about how you making me feel safe or how I like you. Matter of fact, there's only one man ever in my entire life that made me feel safe that was outside of my dad. Right? One. So that'll tell you something right there. Right? But then that was also on the other side of my healing. Right? And I was allowing myself to be vulnerable, and I was open, and I was transparent, and I was real about everything. Every tear that fell from my eye, I was being open about it. I was dealing and having breakthroughs on different levels, because that's not my testimony. I didn't have the privilege of living a soft life. I did not. And now I'm creating a pink life for myself, if that makes any sense to the sisters. Because there are certain things. Hey, Antoinette, I see you. Happy Saturday. Because I am of the mindset that if I am going to get to where it is that I truly want to be, then I have to create the life that I want, and I got to live that way, not just fake the funk and do it periodically. No, I have to authentically show up each and every day, not just for myself, but for those that I serve. And I got to be authentic, which is why on here, I'm not faking. I'm laughing loud. I'm talking crap, and I'm enjoying my life, right? And I'm being authentic. If you like me, if you love my realness, great. If you don't, then I'm not for you. It's okay. But the point is there's no more front and there's no more faking. There's no more trying to be stealth with my emotions. Y'all be having me on here in tears because I'm blown away at y'all and some of the things that you say and you do right here in this live. Like, it blows my mind. And I'm always grateful to God for each and every one of y'all. But the reason why I'm saying what I'm saying is because before I was afraid to show my emotions. I was afraid to let it fly. I wanted to hide the most intimate parts of myself. I didn't want to let anyone in because I thought the moment I let somebody in, they're going to turn on me. They're going to use the information that I've given them against me. And so I had to be, hey, King Judah, I had to be clear. Rob, y'all comments is getting filtered like crazy. What in the world kind of shenanigans is going on around here? You understand? Like, so I had to learn that none of the behavior that I exhibited, none of it, not excusing it, but many guys that are emotionally unavailable are dealing with past hurts that they, yes, agreed, Cleve, agreed. And that's what I'm talking about. Me, I was emotionally unavailable too, and I would meet those same emotionally unavailable men and couldn't figure out why. But here's the caveat to all of that: water seeks its own level. If you don't heal, you're going to continue to meet people that are unhealed. And the moment you begin to heal and you begin to shift your life and change your mindset, you're going to meet people along your journey as you're healing that is going to begin to reveal to you pieces of yourself. And if you get in deep during your healing phase, that's fine. There's no problem with that. But understand where you are, and understand why they came into your life to reveal to you you. They're coming into your life to reveal you to you through situations and through circumstances. And most people don't like that. They then go into a tizzy. Then here come the frustration, the tears. I can't believe I let myself down again. I went for it again. I allowed somebody in my life and they misused me, or they didn't treat me right, or they name it. You name it. It's all that, I can't believe these people. These people, I'm not ever gonna go out. No, baby, you're gonna miss your whole blessing if you do that. I'm here to let you know that if you get to the point that you are so frustrated that you lock yourself back up in that tower and you say, I'm erecting fences that are 10 feet tall all around me, you're going to block your own blessing. Because the whole idea of going through the issues that we go through in life is rooted in us coming back home to ourselves, to the God in us. I need y'all to hear me. Because sometimes we get so stuck. We be so hurt. We feel so broken. We feel this. I'm just going to lock myself away and I'm never going to let anybody else come in here. And I'm tired and I had enough. And every time I let somebody in, they disappoint me and they hurt me. They trigger me. I remember what it was like before. And now it's like a compilation going on. It's just hurt after hurt after hurt after hurt after hurt. Right. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the heart me, King Judah. I see you. And what you're doing is you're missing the blessing and the lesson in everything that you've experienced. If it's triggering you, it's something that you need to think about. If you're hiding yourself, why are you hiding yourself? If you keep sitting around waiting for everybody else to love you, but you ain't loving nobody, you need to ask yourself, why is that? You need to go back to the source. Guess what? I'm telling you, my mind was blown when I finally came to the conclusion that I was the nucleus to the whole cell. Everybody surrounding me was around me because of who I was or wasn't. Because of what I believed or didn't believe. I was the nucleus. So everybody that was in my life around me, loving on me or not, was because I let them in. They were attracted to something in me and probably my own dysfunction, which is why I was attracted to them. Y'all better, listen, y'all better start asking yourself some hard questions, because I promise you, that everything you need, everything you desire, everything that you become, everything that you are, right, is rooted in something. But all God is trying to do, and I really mean this, is bring us back home to ourselves and our God consciousness, so that you blocked all the wrong men out. In a way, yes, Rob. Yes, I did. In a way, yes, I did. But in a way, like it, because I don't have any regrets. I see everything that has happened in my life as lessons. I'm opening up to myself. Thank you for the follow, Flame. I see you, baby. I see you. Hey, and welcome. Y'all welcome Flame up in the room. Y'all play too much. Y'all know you're supposed to welcome him in the room. When people come up in here, say, hey. Thank you for the follow, Flame. I love it. Right? But the idea is, and I need y'all to be clear, the whole idea of this journey called life is you're being revealed to yourself. You are being revealed to you. And all of the things that you experienced in your life as a child, Hector, I'm coming to your comment. All of the things that you dealt with, saw, witnessed, had to go through in your life was for you to learn something. There is a quote. Hector says there is a quote by Janet Jackson that was very helpful in me understanding that people come into our lives for reasons, lessons, etc. You don't have to hold on to the pain to hold on to the memories. Absolutely. I love that, Hector. Thank you. I thank you. I appreciate that. I love that. Emotionally unavailable people don't process their emotions in the same way that you would. They avoid, they dismiss, or they project them. And I was projecting all the time. I was like, they ain't gonna be around anyway. And that was my pain speaking. And you know why they weren't gonna be around anyway? Because I was saying that they wasn't gonna be around anyway. Y'all better hear me. I'm gonna close this because this light coming in here is blocking me. That's the reality. It didn't reveal a lot of me to myself by being with an unavailable man. It kind of does, Shirley, and I'm not trying to be funny. It kind of does. And let me tell you why. Because at the point that you recognized, did you stay? And if you did stay, what did that show you about you? It is very peaceful. Sweet Monet, I see you. Hey, Bob, I see you. Thank you for the inspiration. Thank you. And if you recognize that the person wasn't sharing anything with you and you thought that to be odd, why didn't you do a little bit more digging and ask the questions? But we don't often pay attention in the beginning because can I tell you, we be so excited that we finally with somebody who seemingly has it together because they're doing all the right things. They're taking you to dinner. And I'm saying this because you're a woman and you said what you said. And they're taking you to dinner and they're spending time with you and they're hanging out with you and they're funny and they make you laugh and they're teaching you little things. And you didn't know that they were that smart, but they never let you into their heart space. Did you not see that? No shade. But I'm telling you, our healing is on the other side of us taking responsibility for leaving the door open or cracked. Because people really do show you who they are. I promise you they do. Whether or not we want to see it is a whole nother horse of a different color. But people are showing us and telling us who they are. And the other thing I forgot to say last night that I think is extremely pertinent, and I want to make sure that I cover this. One of the things that I need to cover is we as men and women have got to learn how to be better listeners. Hey, Jen, I see you, baby. How are you? Thank you for the daily heart me. We got to learn to be great listeners. We have to cultivate that skill so that we will not waste a lot of our time. Because let me tell y'all something, and this is really genuinely how I feel. Time is the only thing you can never get back. You could get back your money. You can get a new car. You can buy a new house, especially if you bought any of those things before. You can always get it back again. You cannot get back your time. Your time is your precious. It is the only commodity that you will never get back. So the reason why we need to guard our hearts and pay attention is because you can't get back not one day, not 1 minute, and 1 hour that you spent with somebody and you weren't paying attention to what was going on. Listening is a skill that we have to acquire. Listening for what people are saying, but also listening for what they're not saying. Let's be clear. Because people tell you a lot when they don't say anything. Pay attention. If we don't do anything else, Teresa, I see you, baby. Preach, sis. We have to be more responsible, more loving to ourselves than we do. Boundaries must be set. Absolutely. Absolutely. And can I tell y'all this? And I really mean this. You need you more than you need anybody else. in the human capacity. You need you. And so listening, pay attention so you don't waste your time. Because then we be like, oh, because they came into my life and why didn't they just leave me alone? Baby, that wasn't their responsibility to leave you alone. It was your responsibility to set boundaries. It was your responsibility to pay attention. A closed mouth never gets fed or heard. I know that's right, Teresa. You better say so. You can still pick the, absolutely you can, Rob. I absolutely agree with that. Because it's a crapshoot, right? But what I want to do is tell people to stack the deck in their favor, right? Because you never know. Like, you can live with somebody for 20 years and not really know them. And I mean husband, wife, like, for real. Like, you be like, who are you? One day you wake up and you like, who are you? And then the question would be to ask yourself, well, who are you? Who have you become? Has these relationships lifted you up, elevated you? Have you built anything? Have you become? Is it helping you to evolve into a better version of yourself? Because that's what relationships are really meant to do, right? Real talk. You said talking good. Okay, King Judah. I see you, baby. You better wear that King Judah. I love that. You better wear that name. You better wear it, right? We get caught up in all the other stuff. We miss the whole lesson. It's like you watching what's going on over here on this hand, and there's a whole bunch of stuff going on over here that we are not focusing on. And I've heard people say, oh, I got married and I can't do this and I can't do that. I'll be like, the devil is alive. There's nobody who's oppressing you. It's self-inflicted imprisonment and oppression. Because you get to get up every morning and choose yourself so that you can choose everybody else. You get to get up in the morning, unless you are in an abusive relationship, and I really mean this, and men are being abused as well. Let's not get it twisted, sisters. Men are being abused either with the women's mouths and sometimes physically, and they never talk about it. And I'm sick of people thinking, oh, men is the only one that abuses. Nope. Let's get off of that train, because that is not the truth. Right? But you can sit there and be in a whole relationship and put yourself into solitary confinement because you can't. Who said you can't get up to the gym and go take care of yourself? Who says you can't make yourself a priority by getting up a half an hour earlier and sitting and praying and meditating and doing all the things? Who said you can't do that? Who said, like, where is that mental block coming from? Because you married now. Really? You could sit up later at night and read a book if that's what you so choose. And you can actually go in the other room and go read the book and chill out and have you a cup of some cocoa or something and just relax. Like, you do get to pour into yourself. And I think it's a fallacy. Oh, well, they're going to control my life and they're going to do that. Why are you marrying somebody? Why are you getting in a relationship with somebody that you do not trust and they are not elevating you and complimenting you and supporting you and they understand who you are? That's why we got to be careful and we got to be good listeners. Here's the fourth one. They're terrified of commitment. People who are emotionally unavailable are terrified of commitment because it's going to reveal to you some things. That'd be the problem. They don't want you to get that close. So they're not going to commit to you. And it's unfortunate, right? They want to keep things casual. They're not trying to make any plans for the future, or they're very vague about what plans could be in the future, right? They say stuff like, I don't want to put a label on it. And I'm not really looking for a real relationship. They're afraid. Because especially men, they realize that the commitment to a woman, they realize the responsibility, and I'm talking about good men, who realize the responsibility that they have and the weight that they have when they take on a good woman. A good woman, first of all, is going to 10x their lives, but then that means they're going to have to do things that they probably don't want to do right now. So while you're looking for them to make a commitment to you, they're saying no. But if you're the right woman, they will always say yes. Again, they keep things on the surface. Listen, I'm the surface queen. I was. I ain't the surface queen no more, but I used to be. I kept everything light. Like, we're not gonna talk about that. I was a surface queen. I got my hand raised over here, y'all, because I was the like champion. I had a whole emotionally unavailable team over here, and I'm being honest because I wasn't healed then, and I was doggone if you was gonna come into my life and wreck my whole existence. No, I wasn't doing that no more. Like I was the queen of that. Like I could rally the troops. And I can have most people saying, yeah, girl, that was me. You know what? Ain't nobody coming up in my life. Ain't nobody gonna have me twisted up. Yes, equally yoked. Yes, Teresa. I see you, baby. I was the queen of that. And all my girlfriends who were single was like, yeah, girl. I ain't gonna let like I really they is blocking all of y'all comments. I'm sorry. You understand what I'm saying? It was crazy. It was absolute crazy talk. A self-fulfilling Cleve, say so. A self-fulfilling prophecy from a place of pain. That's exactly what it was. When you don't take the time to get yourself together, when you don't do the things that you know you need to do for you, how in the world are you giving anything to anybody else? I don't even know how that's possible. If I don't have $100, I can't give $100 to anybody else. If I don't have peace, I can't be peaceful. If I don't have love for myself first, then how am I loving anybody else? It is virtually impossible to give what you do not have. You can fake the funk, but only for a little while before things start going south. And can I be honest? Can I say this about my sisters? And this is not all of my sisters, but a lot of my sisters be running around here saying stuff like, well, you know what? I got my own house. I got my own car. I got this. I pay my own bills. I do that, 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 that. Yeah, that's all Gucci. It's wonderful. Thank you for the heart fingers, King Judah. I see you. Thank you, baby. I appreciate you. Y'all got me at 80% of my goal. Y'all are so dope and amazing. Listen to me. We say all of that, and I'm being honest. A lot of women say it. All it is protection. That's all it is. That's all it is. I'm afraid, and I'm going to protect myself. So I surround myself with things, and I have. Thank you, Rob, for the daily heartbeat. Thank you, baby. Thank you, King Judah. I appreciate you. I really appreciate y'all. But we say all of this stuff, and all we surrounded by is stuff we not having real relationships with people, and we think that things define us, and they don't. They don't. I don't care if you got on a Versace belt. I don't care if you got on a Gucci skirt. I don't care. I need for y'all to understand. This is for men and for women. If you don't have any real substance, if you're not showing up authentically, if you are not being full out who you are called to be, then the only person that you are hurting is yourself. You are literally not hurting anybody else. Because if you think that your things is going to sustain you, you don't have a clue about what God is trying to show you in your own life. You could be so dope and amazing, and you could be a great lawyer. You can have your PhD. You could do all the things. Thank you, Pastor. Pastor Prophet. Okay, I see you. Welcome, and thank you for the daily heart meet. I love Kim. Where, anyway, forget Versace. I love Kim Weir. Okay. You love Kim Weir. Okay. All right. Let's do that. Let's do that, Rob. But do y'all understand what I'm saying? That is not, listen, the idea is you would have spiritual, mental, emotional depth. You can have your own everything and still be lonely. And in fact, look at all of the people who got all of this money and they still miserable. Because they don't really have the intangible things that you really need. God being the head of your life. kindness, compassion, empathy. You don't really have people who are cheering for you. People are around you because of what you got, not because of who you are. You got to stop defining yourself by the things, all of the accoutrements that you have acquired. Get out of here with that. What you need is somebody to really support you, love you, encourage you, make space for you, allow you to be free and authentic in that space. You don't have to put on all of the garb when you are in alignment with God and then in alignment with your husband or your wife. You ain't got to do all that. Don't matter what you got. What you want is you want somebody that's going to be by your side. So if we keep running around here showing up, being emotionally unavailable and thinking that somebody else is supposed to come in and overcome all of our objections, oh yeah, first, no, I want you to jump through this hoop to show me that you love me. No. Then I want you to scale this fence because I want you to show me that you love me. And you ain't did the first thing to show anybody that you care about them. You are out of order, ma'am or sir. Because you think you can buy people? Baby, you can't. You ain't got enough money. Because when a person, man or woman, got their heads right, you better hear me. You're going to have to come better than making 6 figures, baby, because they require more. Because being in a relationship is expensive. You say, preach and use her Holy Ghost. Listen. See, you see it, right? That's God, because you know what they be. Y'all better stop playing. God be moving up here in my room. We really do. I be like, okay, God. I be done stepped out of my body, and God be just I just be saying what I'm saying. Because here's the thing: from Genesis to Revelation, it's all about relationship. We be trying to be deep and heavy because we know all the scriptures. But what God wants you to do is not just know the scriptures, but live by the scriptures. How do you treat your neighbor? And I'm not trying to be funny. How do you treat? How you want to get to the best and greatest relationship that God wants you to have, and you won't even allow yourself to be vulnerable? Because you hide in the best parts of yourself, trying to keep yourself away. Come on here. Y'all play too much. Hey, John, I see you. Y'all play too much. You want everybody to love you, but you ain't even handing it out because you're not loving you. And that's why men is attacking women and women is attacking men these days, talking about 6 figures. If y'all don't get out of here with that foolishness, I ain't grandma. I need my nails and my hair done. No, I hear you. Because a leader, you need that. Everybody needs that. Everybody needs, if a good man, and because not every male it transitions to the good man. You understand what I'm saying? It's okay. Some of them have arrested development, just like the females. But this is I'm not, I'm an equal opportunity type person. I'm gonna give it to everybody because that's how it would be given to me. And so the reality is we get caught up in all of the material things. Yes, a man is supposed to lead. Yes, God gave it all to Adam before Eve was even created. God said, Adam, do this, and this. So Adam was prepared for his bride. You understand what I'm saying? Adam slipped up, blamed Eve. I knew somebody. Adam slipped up, blamed Eve. Y'all, I gotta set a new goal. I see y'all watching on Facebook. John, I see you, baby. Thanks for watching. I see you. John said, wow. But I get it. But today, it just seems like, and this is real talk, it just seems to me, and I'm not trying to be funny and I ain't trying to hurt nobody's feelings. It just seems to me that somehow we got it a little twisted and now we're not loving on each other the way that God told us to love on each other. Right? Because we are literally, and I really mean this, we're literally like sitting here and we're blaming and hurting. And thank you. I see you, Reese, for the gifts, baby. I appreciate you. Thank you. Right? And what you say, Rob Kim, for president? You are hilarious, Rob. You are hilarious, but you be here every day supporting me. I love you for that, my brother. I love you for that. Thank you. Thank you for coming through and to come through. So yes, but we keep getting it twisted. It's like, are you really about doing the things that are going to get you to where it is that you say you want to be? Or are you just talking? You just looking to blame somebody for everything? I promise you that if you begin to understand that most of the things that you couldn't help in life were not your fault, and you can forgive yourself because you are not responsible for anybody else's behavior, but that if you would understand your responsibility to you first, you can change the entire game. You understand? It's not, listen to me, it's not about everybody else all the time. It's about you recognizing how you render in the world, recognizing what you do, right? And stop blaming everybody for them being who they are. They don't know. They ain't know no better. They ain't got it together. And I said this last night, I'm going to say it again because I really mean this. You know why God allows that person in the church who get on your nerves that you sit next to in the pew every Sunday morning, they aggravating you, why he ain't deliver you from them and why it bothers you so much? You know why? Because God is trying to show you yourself. He gonna let them aggravate you. And until you understand what's triggering you, because that person ain't do nothing to you. They show up, they come and sit next to you, you begrudge it. What's wrong with you? What's going on in your head and in your heart? Maybe they said something you didn't like. But see, if you really live in the word and you really trying to do the things that God is telling us to do, and I'm not even trying to be deep or heavy, what you need to do is figure out what is it in me that dislikes. Because the God in me, namaste, needs to recognize the God in you. And what's the problem? So we be big mad at people for being who they are. But God allows those people to exist and hasn't delivered them from whatever behavior they have to get the best out of you. But you keep thinking they need to hear this message. They need to be here today to hear this message because it's them, it's them, it's them. No, pumpkin. It's you who need to wake up. Because we keep blaming everybody else. But I got on here today and I'm talking about me because I was the one who was emotionally unavailable. But now I'm telling the truth and shaming the devil. Because as long as I am a victim to something, I am not free. As long as I am a victim, I cannot heal. As long as I keep pointing the finger at everybody else, I'm not owning responsibility for my life. As long as I don't take accountability for who I am and where I am, right, in my own life, I don't have any power. The seat of my power is in the responsibility that I take. Don't just be hearers of the word, but be ye also doers of the word. Come on here, y'all. Stop blaming everybody. Tell the truth. Maybe you didn't know. Forgive yourself because you didn't know. But learn the lesson. Listen, to live your entire life, victimhood mentality keeps us in. Absolutely, John. Absolutely. We keep running blame. Like, how much longer are we going to blame everybody else? I mean, I know that there was redlining. John, I'm talking to you. I know that there was things that were going on in our community. But now we know about putting our things in trust. Now we know, we're learning. They can't hold back the information. Nobody can gatekeep. It's there. Go to ChatGPT. Like, how do I heal? Oh, I'm going to send Kim Love Jones, and she going to help you. That's why God sent me. Promise. I'm not kidding. I just didn't know it at the time, but now I know it, right? And I used to ask God crazy stuff like, God, why does this always happen to me? And it was not yet revealed to me at that particular juncture in my life what I would become. Because it does not yet appear what we shall be. But as soon as God began to get, I'm telling you, Rob, you a mess. You a mess. Learn, listen, learn, apply. Absolutely. Say it loud for the people in the back, please, and thank you. Lovely. I see you, baby. Y'all better get your daily heartbeat today. Y'all better get it. Get your daily heartbeat. I see y'all. Y'all, I am streaming on all platforms over here. I'm on YT, I'm on FB, I'm on TT. I am streaming. I am just like, let me stream, right? Y'all pray for me. Because I'm trying to navigate both chats and right and look at what's going on. Hey Keisha, thank you for the follow, my love. You about to post that on your Facebook page, Rob? Because people keep it surface. They keep it surface. Oh, thank you, baby. Thank you for the greeting heart. I appreciate you. You have to live the word. Absolutely. Because what are we doing if we're not doing that? What are we doing if we're not forgiving ourselves? What exactly are we doing if we're not living the word? Kim, thank you, Hector. Kim, this is so good. I don't want to leave, but I have to go. Keep on sharing the truth and serving it with a side of wisdom. Yes, yes, yes. Hey, Hector. Hector, you know I love you. I love you, my brother. You know I love you. Yes. But the reality is that we keep playing. Hey, Grace, my God, I see you, my love. How are you? I see you. Yes. You want to ask me something, big dog? Okay. I'm enjoying your energy. Thank you, Keisha. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. What's your Facebook? It's Kim Love Jones. I don't even know how many more friends I can take. I'm at the top. But send me a friend request, Rob, on Facebook. I'll be on there too. I'm streaming there too. Right. Send me a friend request. Because I post on there every day, all the time. Right. Um, Thank you for that, Shayna Lane. Yes, have a good evening, Kim. I love you too, Tanya. You leaving me? Look at my face. Tanya, that's my girl. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, let me approve. Okay, wait a minute. All right. Big Dog said, "Are you a Christian if you're rude and a smart mouth person?" I can't say whether or not somebody is or isn't a Christian. Can I be honest with you? God is working it all out for all of us. Like the person that I used to be, I'm not anymore. Here's my thing. I would suggest to anybody who meets somebody that's rude and smart mouth and oh, I see you, Rob. Okay, hey, Rob, hey. Rob came over on this side. But here's the thing. I would advise if you have somebody who's rude, disrespectful, loudmouth, whatever, right? Um, I need to put you on Comcast. I sell ads. We'll pay for you on demand station. Would you really? Can't you? Well, praise God for that. Listen, God going to mention my name. God is going to allow my name to be mentioned in rooms I don't know nothing about. So thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord, for breakthroughs. Thank you for open doors. Thank you for opportunities. Thank you, Lord, for all that you bring to me. And God is not the author of confusion, so it's going to be all good. And I really mean that. But I will say this to you, big dog. If somebody is operating in big mouth, loud, rude, disrespectful behavior, and you know them, and you can't reach them and you can't speak any sense to them, just pray for them. We weren't all in this space. We all had humble and horrible and sometimes horrible beginnings. Not all of us. Some people never felt love before. They don't even know what love is like. They never heard I love you in their lives. And we would assume that they have. But they probably might have been having surface relationships, big dog. And if I could be honest with you, and I mean it real talk, prayer is always the answer for them. Just pray for them, talk to them, be kind to them, show them grace, show them mercy, same grace that God gives you every day. It doesn't mean that they're not a Christian. It means that they are a work in progress. And even if you can't get through to them, God will prick their heart and change their entire lives. And that is the truth. Did you say Kim Love Jones for president? I see you. I see you, Rob. Forgive them, Lord, for they know not what they do. Absolutely. You know, in a perfect world, none of us would even be calling on God because everything would be perfect, but it's not perfect. We are not perfect people. We are all struggling to try to get better. Each and every one of us. And I can too log off, but I'll listen to the replay. Yes, yes, thank you, John. John, I appreciate you being here. You so dope. But you dope. I had to throw that in for you because I know what you be doing, and I know you out here educating and trying to get people head right as well. I see you. Matter of fact, we need to go live together, John. That's what we need to do. I remember you went up and you interviewed my cousin in Philly, in Pennsylvania, Vernon, and he has since passed away. But I remember you went and spotlighted his business. Yes. Um. Yeah. So the reality of the situation is, we just really need to get better, and we need to stop blaming each other for relationships and what didn't work and all the things. We need to show up, y'all. We are at 52K. Come on here. Y'all are so amazing. My God, y'all are amazing. I appreciate y'all so much. Wow. Wow. So dope. But I am saying this because I really want people to begin to understand that how powerful you are. I want you to begin to understand that you don't have to take any shenanigans, that you don't have to, be a particular way, that you can really love people with your whole heart and you can open yourself up. It creates a place of safety for other people. In fact, when half them taps was mine. Rob, you a mess. You just blessed me. Spotlight on business. Can I have it? Yes. I will put you, King Judah, inbox me. I'll put you in touch with the gentleman that I was just talking to. Yes. But here's the thing. When you are set free, you have the capacity to set your whole family free. You have the capacity to set your friends free. Not by you saying anything or, speeches and long. No. By you becoming. Because then what people are going to ask you next is, yo, your life is blessed. Like, how did you meet your wife? How did you meet your husband? Because I finally did the work to heal. And I made a decision that I wanted better for my life. And I became the man or the woman that God called me to be. And now I am making a difference in people's lives. The name I'm asking for. Prophecy. I don't understand what your statement is, King Judah. I need y'all to understand that you being set free gives permission for other people to be set free. When you walk into the fullness of who you're called to be, other people change. Because you are the proof, you are the evidence that you can live your life a certain way. You are the evidence that if you live your life above reproach to the best of your ability, other people will understand that it's possible for them to live that way as well. Sometimes we get so caught up in what other people are doing or not doing that we lose our way. When technically, it ain't even about them. What are you learning about you, who you are, what you want and what you need in your own life? Are you becoming? Are you working on yourself? Are you healing? Are you doing the things that you need to do for you? That's what's important. I love you. God bless you, Kim. Have a great rest of your day. Strong. King Judah. Thank you, Shirley. I appreciate you, my love. And I'm glad I did not put you off, but I'm going to speak truth to power because I'm not, if I could be honest with you, Shirley, I'm not for everybody. Everybody is not ready for me. You need me straight with no chaser, baby. And that's how I gives it up. And I'm sorry. And I'm from New York. And I've been doing this for 15 years. And I've been helping people. And I realize where we err and where we struggle and what we're going through is because we will not heal. That's why relationships, marriages are falling apart. We don't do the work. We don't understand covenant agreement. We don't understand who we're called to be. And thank you, Shirley, because I love you too, and God bless you too, sister. I absolutely love this. Thank you so very much. And I'm a New York girl too. So Shirley, you know. Okay, Shirley, okay. Okay. Okay, for the New York, for the NY. Okay, let's do that. I live in Long Island, from the NYC and that, but I'm just saying. Born, bred, and raised, honey. Oh my gosh. I don't know if that's good or bad. No, it's dope. Because I'm all for it. I love who I am because I do live. Y'all think I'm having a hot flash. Y'all pray for me because it gets sick. All of a sudden, I start smelting over here. I'm glistening. Like, wait. Okay, wait. All of a sudden, I'm like, woo. I ain't even drink nothing. I ain't eat nothing, nothing. You said the Holy Ghost. I don't know. No. There's some stuff going. Listen, I gotta feed myself. Okay, I play too much. Listen, these hot flashes. Okay, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. So listen, let me finish up with this. I want to do my daily affirmations because I do this every time. Anointing. Here are some healing affirmations. Oh, before I give that, I want to say this. I have an Unlocking Your Love class that starts this Sunday coming up, as in tomorrow at 7 p.m. It starts, and it is absolutely amazing. And I have been teaching this Unlocking Your Love class for a while. Hector, the other guy that was on my other platform, he literally was one of the guys that was in my class. And I have men that come into the class, but most and generally men want one-on-one because they don't, feel comfortable opening up in front of other people, and that's okay. But this class is for everybody who wants to heal. I also include in my classes my Unlocking Your Love workbook, which is helping you to walk down through each area of your life so that we can gain some clarity about what's important to you. So although everybody in the class is on a different level, what I find happening is that wherever you come in at, you're going to write where you are. It's individual. It is not a collective, right? But it all works out because you're in a community of people who want to heal. And it's almost like church because when you go to church, everybody's on one accord. We all come in for the same reason, and that's to praise and worship and get a word, right? That's what my classes are like. Everybody there is there for the healing. And I always use the word of God as my backdrop, although you very rarely hear me quote scriptures because I ain't trying to be that deep. I just want you to take the word and use it and apply it to your life, right? It's Unlocking Your Love. Yes. Who wrote that? Okay, King Judah. Yes. Right? That's what it is. And I need you. Hey, Dr. Yolanda, I see you, baby. How are you? I know you off today. That's my moderator. I know you off today. You ain't come on here to be moderating for me today. I said, let me get on now because I have to go to a birthday party this evening. And I'm gonna get on early tomorrow. I leave church early, but I'll probably get on about 4 o'clock tomorrow before the class, maybe 5 o'clock before I got to teach. But the reason why I am telling y'all what I am telling y'all is because there is help. And it's help with somebody who understands what relationships are, but also understands how to work through your healing so that we can get better. That's really, truly what it's all about. So if you're interested, all you have to do is go to my Stand store, which is in the link in my bio. It was the second link, says Linktree, but it has my Stand store, and go to digital products. And if you click on the monthly membership class, you'll get the information. You can sign up, register, whatever, and you'll get the information. Thank you for the daily heart, me, Dr. Yolanda. And you'll get the necessary information. I'm emailing that out about 5 or 6 o'clock today. So yeah, you all are so amazing and so dope. And I pray that you all will join me in my Unlocking Your Love class, right? And I appreciate y'all. Let's get to the healing affirmations. This is what, when you're set free, those 7 steps. I no longer chase emotional crumbs. These are affirmations. I no longer chase emotional crumbs. I choose emotional consistency. I no longer chase. Thank you for the follow, Lynetta. Thank you, baby. I appreciate you. I no longer chase emotional crumbs. I choose emotional consistency. Write it down, write it down. My needs are valid. My voice is worthy. My love deserves safety. I am available. Wait, I'm going to read that again. My needs are valid. My voice worthy. My love deserves safety. Thank you, Pastor Tyree. I see you. Thank you. Thank you for the follow. Manja. I'm going to butcher your name. I'm sorry. Hi, Donnie. I see you. Okay, wait. My needs are valid. My voice is worthy. My love deserves safety. Pastor Tyree said, that's right. I no longer chase emotional crumbs. I choose emotional consistency. Y'all better say so. Okay. Y'all all better say it. Say it to yourself. Right now. Write it. Type it. Get a pen, a paper. Write it. Because this is what we're doing now. We are, thank you, Donnie. Thank you so much. This is what we're doing. You're not chasing crumbs. I need emotional consistency. I need you to not ghost me, right? I need you to lean in when things are hard. I need you not to walk away because we need to have a hard conversation. You know what, Rob? You a mess. All I know is Kim Love Jones for president. You are a mess. You are a mess, Rob. You are a mess, right? I am available. I'm sorry. My needs are valid. Let me repeat this one more time. My voice is worthy. My love deserves safety. Here's the other one I'm going to give y'all today. I am available for the kind of love that sees, hears, and holds me. I am available for the kind of love that sees, hears, and holds me. We being set free, y'all. We being set free right now. We being set free right now. I need y'all to say this. Say it to yourself. Say it right now. I need you to say it right now. I am available for the kind of love that sees, hears, and holds me. Can I show y'all something? I'm gonna show y'all something. Let me unplug my cellular phone. Oh, oh, what happened? Oh my God. Okay, y'all, what? Okay, I unplugged my phone and it went off. The screen went off. Oh my God. Okay, I want to show y'all something. Okay, wait, one more time. I am available for the kind of love that sees, hears, and holds me. I am available for the kind of love that sees, hears, and holds me. I want y'all to come with me. Y'all know I do this every. Dr. Yolanda, I don't know how to turn my screen around. Hold up. How do you flip this camera? Okay. Give me 1 second, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna flip the camera. Okay, I gotta turn on the light so y'all can see it. I do this on occasion. Hold on, y'all. Let me flip the good camera. Let me flip it. I want y'all to see this. I have like affirmations in my office. I choose you. I choose you at the beginning and the end of every day. And I choose you in 100 lifetimes, in 100 worlds, in any version of reality. I find you and I choose you to do life with hand in hand, side by side. I choose you to love with my whole being unconditionally. I choose you. Now, this is what I want y'all to do. I want you to say it to yourself. I want you to say, I choose you, myself. I choose you at the beginning and the end of every day. And I choose you. I choose me in 100 lifetimes, in 100 worlds, in any version of reality. I find you and I choose you to do life with hand in hand, side by side. I choose you to love with my whole being unconditionally. I choose you. I gotta flip my camera, y'all. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I needed you to see that. Because usually you see the picture of the man and the woman in the middle, and that is beautiful. And I love it. I love it. And yes, I am speaking that truth about me, what I want, my husband, what I want it to be, how I want my life to be. Yes, I want to choose him every single day. I want him to choose me every single day. Yes, I want that. Yes. Yes, because that's dope. It's amazing. It's wonderful. It's beautiful. That's what I want. Yes. But I can't choose anybody until I choose me first. That's why your healing is important. It's time for you to choose you, baby. Stop playing. Y'all play too much. I ain't kidding. Y'all better stop playing out here in these streets. Hold on, y'all. Let me move my phone back in a little phone holder business. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Wait. Okay. Let me pull my shirt down. Hold on. Wait. Woo. Y'all better hear me. And I choose you in 100. Like I'd find you and I choose you again. I'd find me and I choose me again. Every time I read it, sometimes it brings me to tears because I have to choose myself first before I choose anybody else. You want somebody to choose you? Choose yourself first. Oh, Antoinette said, I felt that. Yes. Choose you. Because I'm telling you, it's the only time when you heal, when you choose you and you heal, other people begin to choose you too. That feast or famine idea that we be holding on to, when you meet somebody and all of a sudden you start meeting 200 million other people. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know that energy that you give out when you feel loved and you feel kind. And I want to teach you how to replicate that without actually having anybody, directly in your space, like as in today. I want to teach you how to replicate that energy. It's the same thing for men. Y'all know y'all meet people and it's either feast or famine. As soon as you meet somebody, now you're meeting 17 other people. Now all of a sudden you become extra attractive. all of a sudden you become like, oh my God, you are the everything to everybody. You know why? Because your energy shifted. Because all of a sudden you feel loved. After a man does what he does, he got a good woman to take care of him, and he walk out of the house feeling like a king with his chest puffed out. Do you know how attractive that is to other women? That's why they be wanting you. They be like, oh, he fine, he's sexy, because you confident. When you got a good woman in your life, you become confident. That's why your life begins to 10x, because she feeding you. And I don't mean feeding you food. She's feeding your spirit. She's praying for you. She's lifting you up. She's doing. I don't see me on anyone's vision board. You know why? I don't have a vision board in my room. I do not have a vision board in my office. I don't. I don't. I don't. It's called the law of attraction. It really is, except, see, you know what? Let me tell y'all something. Y'all know that book that they came out with. Y'all know the book. Y'all know the book. What's the name of the book? That book when they had all of them, and it was oh my God. The Secret. All The Secret was a great marketing tool, right? And everybody ran out and made these people millionaires. The Secret is the Bible. We get off into sometimes this woo, the law of manifestation. And clearly it says in the word of God, think and grow rich. As a man thinketh, so is he. That think and grow rich business, that's rooted in as a man thinketh, so is he. Read the book. I promise. It's Bible all the way through there. And you know, some people don't know how to eat the meat and spit out the bones, but that's all it is. And so is The Secret. And now we into the spiritual journey of the woo woo woo. But let me tell you something. Speak what it is that you want. The life and death is in the power of tongue. Listen to me. It's all biblical. Except that some people go real crazy and they start soothsaying and all that other foolishness. We ain't doing that. We operating in the fruits of the spirit. But I just want y'all to understand. Right? It was a secret. That's the name of the book. And it was a brilliant marketing strategy. Made people millions of dollars. People are still reading The Secret. Read the Bible. It'll help you. Do the same thing. I promise it will. I am not making this up. Because that's all it is. And I bought The Secret too. At some point I bought it because I wanted to know what was in it. Right. And I read it. So I was like, oh, here we go. I said, this is good, though, because I will read Think and Grow Rich. I read all of these other books, right? And all of them have biblical principles throughout the whole book. Even scientific stuff is, the science. You know how some people believe in Darwinism and creationism versus creationism. And you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to understand that it's a lot to this. And so people don't believe in evolution, but evolution and transformation, that's what God did. And that's what he's constantly doing in our lives. He's transforming us by the renewing of our minds. So people get caught up. They don't understand neuroscience, neuroplasticity, and neuroscience. Neurologists be like, oh, that's not real. And, we don't believe in God. Because people be stuck on that. I need for y'all to hear what I'm saying, though, because I'm not just talking. Thank you for the follow, Delane. Thank you. But there's really literally something going on biochemically in your body when you begin to write in the vision and making it plain, write it upon tablets, though it tarry, wait for it, right? There's a reason why that's written in the word of God. Begin to write it down. What begins to happen is biologically, when you write the vision, make the vision plain. I teach all of this in my classes. Oh my God, y'all play too much. Okay, when you write the vision and make the vision plain, you know why it tarries so long? Because you gotta become the person that got the ability to hold the vision that you asking God for. And so what begins to happen, and it's literally a biochemical reaction. Every time that you read it, every time you sit with it, every time you pray about it, every time you meditate about it, every time you do that 3 times a day. I'm not kidding you. I'm not making it up. What begins to happen is your body begins to morph into the person. Your thinking begins to shift. Everything that you need in order to get to where it is that you want to be begins to happen in your life to give you the space and the capacity to hold what you're asking for. And it's biochemical. Your mind begins to rewire based on what you believe. And you sit with that thing. And I'm not trying to be deep or heavy. I'm just speaking the truth. This is how we manifest. Right. I'm not trying to be heavy. I'm just telling you, it's all scientific. The neurons, right? The atoms, everything. When we're being born, every cell falls into place from the point of inception. There is a rhythm to the beat of a heart, and all of the cells that make up your heart come together and beat. It's science, but it's all God. In the beginning, God. Y'all better stop playing with me in Genesis. Okay. Okay. I'm not trying to be deep. I'm just telling y'all the absolute gospel truth. And so sometimes we go way off to the left because you got a whole lot of people that go way off to the left, right? because they got the gift of sight and they think they're going to be a soothsayer. That's not why God gave you the gift of sight. So you'll be able to see visions. I mean, people get away and talk about what does my future hold. Baby, I'll operate in that. Right? Because I can see stuff doesn't mean that I'm a soothsayer. But there are gifts of the Spirit. And all of it is given unto you by God. He created you. Stop playing. So that's why we need to have better relationships. And I know people don't want to get into the science of everything because it could get so heavy sometimes when people try to get so deep. Oh, Chanel, I see you, baby. I see you. People want to get so heavy and deep into it. Listen, if I could just get us to be kind to each other, I have won. I'm trying to teach you all about going deep into neuroplasticity and quantum leaping and all of those things. Listen, baby, all we got to do is be good to each other. What did God tell you to do? We ain't even got to. We ain't even got to be running around here trying to quote all the scriptures and trying to act like we so holy. No. How do you treat your neighbor? Let's do that. Let's start there. Can we start there? Can we do that? Right? I'm so silly. Y'all gotta pray for me. If y'all come up in this room, I'm telling you, I'm silly. Y'all gotta pray for me because while I'm very quiet normally, when I get up on here and I do my other lives in other places, I am off the chain. and all of this is who I am, and I love it. Right? But it is vitally important for you to begin to understand that science, the Bible, manifestation, it's all in there. Sometimes people just be doing too much. And they try to go all the way left. And I'm like, that ain't lining up. Right? Okay, wait a minute. That's why they made the secret society, is because the church will unalive you for being different. Yeah. Okay. I agree. I don't know about secret society though. I don't know nothing about that. Oh, on here, we can all support each other and love each other and help each other succeed. Absolutely. Absolutely, embrace. Absolutely. Yes. That's what it's really all about. Right. And the greatest commandment is love. Can we just do that? Let's start there. What does that look like? That's an inside job first. That's the reason why most people who get married or whatever, if you don't love yourself, there's no way that you're going to want to serve somebody else. It gets old and tired real quick when you ain't loving yourself. Rob, you a mess, right? It get old and tired real quick if you don't love yourself. You get tired of people. You be faking the funk. You can't fake the funk. Like, be honest. This is, like, I don't really love myself, but people don't say that. They not honest. They disingenuous. I'm really not loving myself today. So I don't have the capacity to love you. Like, people don't say stuff like that. They don't realize that. They don't get that. You learn that after you go through. And then in hindsight, you begin to see that I never really was loving myself, that I kept abandoning myself. I kept putting everybody before me. I didn't see myself as valuable. And it wasn't anything that was spoken. It was unspoken, but it's really genuinely the way that I felt about myself. And so as long as I felt like I wasn't worthy, I could not make anybody else feel worthy. Now I can go to my sister and adjust her crown and say, sister, your slip was coming out from up under your dress. Sister, listen, I heard about this person and they can help you, because all you want to do is see the people around you win when you walk into your queendom. But before you get into your queendom and you don't know who you are or your kingdom, you are putting everybody down and blaming everybody for everything. But now today, because I've healed, because I started and I begin to work and I'm actively healing, because God ain't finished with me yet. But because I'm doing that, I have the ability to pour back into people because I finally poured into me. I hope that makes sense. Healing makes us see we are not always the victim. Absolutely. Because you can't take responsibility for who you are, what you do, and what you want, right? Literally, and how you want to live your life and still be blaming other people. So you don't get to your power as long as you're sitting in that. I want you to get to your power. And your power is in owning who you are. Your power is in the accountability and in the responsibility for what's happening in your life. You can continue to blame people, have at it, take as much time as you need, but it's not going to get you to your power, nor is it going to get you to your healing. And so that's all I'm saying. So we need to walk upright. So that last one I gave, that last affirmation I gave was, I am available for the kind of love that sees, hears, and holds me. Let's wrap our head around that. That's what I'm available for. Here's a journal prompt for y'all today before I get ready to go. What signs of emotional unavailability have I ignored in the past? What sign of emotional unavailability have I ignored in the past? And here's the thing that's going to trigger you. And why? Why did you ignore it? Ask yourself that question. You don't need to share that with anybody else. Ask yourself that question. I want you all to know you are not too much. You are not needy. You are not hard to love. And then ask yourself why, Dr. Yolanda, of being desperate for love. Right. Outside of you, right? Embrace outside of yourself. Feels like you drowning or you can't breathe because you're looking for something that's in you outside of you. I know because I did it. I know because I did it. So listen, y'all, I'm about Terrence Fisher. Hey, from North Philadelphia. Hey, Terrence, how are you, my love? What sign of emotional inability have I ignored in the past? And then ask yourself why you ignored it. Got into a relationship. Oh, you want me to stay for a minute? Got into a relationship I never should have because of that. Yes. Yes. I know you blessed, Terrence. I know you are. Rob, I'm holding on. I'm holding on for you, Rob. I'm holding on. I'm going, you stay. What? What are you saying, Rob? Rob, you are out of control. Listen, I want y'all to have an amazing, and I mean an amazing, I will go if you stay. No, I don't want you to go. I'm going. We're all about to go. How about that? Listen, y'all go to my stand store. Go to my bio. Go to the link in my bio. Look at my stand store. I have a lot of free stuff that you can explore there. I have some things you can pay for there. But explore the free assessment, explore the Magnetic Woman Blueprint. That's free. The assessment is free. And I have the Unlocking Your Love workbook there, and I have also a prayer and manifestation journal. So y'all can go and look at my stand store, and you will also see the monthly membership group. Right? So I want y'all to take advantage of the stuff that I have free and support me if you can. If you can purchase one of my e-books, right? I thank y'all so much, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a blessed day. God bless you.